Hey everyone, I've been traveling a lot the last few weeks and I have a lot of travel ahead of me and I've just got travel on the brain. So I thought it would be fun to go over my tried and true, most used, most useful items that I bring with me when I travel, whether it's flying or road tripping. I do both. And I want to introduce you to a few new things as well. I thought it'd be fun, I'm going to scooch over a little bit, to actually share my most recent travel outfit because I'm very excited about this one. Obviously this is more for warm weather travel, but let me explain. So we recently went to Chicago to visit family and I decided to wear this dress from Zella, which is a house brand at Nordstrom. And the reason why is because first of all, it comes with a built-in slightly padded bra. There may be some TMI here. If you're not new here, you're already used to me. If you are new, I might as well just throw you in the deep end. Here's what you're getting when you watch my videos. I love that it has a built-in bra so I don't have to deal with it. And a very nice long flowy skirt with super deep pockets. And why I like that? Well, the pockets are self-explanatory, but a flowy, easy to lift up skirt, when you're trying to go to the bathroom on an airplane or in the airport, if you can avoid pulling things down that will possibly touch the nasty, dirty floors, hiking up is the way to go. And what I like about this dress in particular is the bottom is very wrinkle resistant. It's kind of that dry wicking material and it easily layers under a denim jacket. In this case, I threw on a denim shirt. Why I also picked that specific dress is because I knew we were going straight to dinner from the airport. So this is an easy dress to dress up or dress down with some accessories or a change of shoes that I may or may not have already had in my carry-on suitcase. And we'll talk about suitcases at the very end. Since we're already on the subject of clothing, a few other accessories that I think are key if you get cold on airplanes or in a car or whatever like I do, some sort of wrap. So this can serve double duty. So for right now, the ones that I throw into my travel bag are the Cashmere Silk Blend. So they're super lightweight. It's a little bit of warmth, but it's not too crazy. This creamy one is from Nordstrom and it's lovely and it's very, very thin and lightweight. So it can double as a blanket on the plane. You can wear it as a wrap at your destination. It can double up as a scarf. The red one is from Quince. It's a Cashmere Silk Blend, but it's not quite as fine as the Nordstrom version. It's also not nearly as expensive. And this one is more available and in more colors. So it just depends on what you like. And then I have to recommend this one if where you're going is colder or you're just a naturally freezing person. This Cashmere Oversized scarf from J. Crew, tons of colors. And obviously this is a much warmer option. And this is so big, I have used it as a blanket in hotel rooms as well. Before we get too much farther, you may have noticed that I'm wearing my glasses, having a little bit of an eye issue. Normally I have contacts. Today, wearing glasses. So I want to recommend one beauty product. I know you're here for travel specific. This one is fantastic for travel. This is from Ilia. It's called the Necessary Palette, which I think is a brilliant idea. And it comes in cool tone or warm tone. I personally am more of a warm tones girl. This one is fantastic. It has everything you need for a simple everyday eye, one color swipe of color if you're going out or you want a little bit more, everything you need. It doesn't have a mirror, but in a way that makes it a little more travel friendly. You don't have to worry about a mirror shattering. We'll talk about makeup mirrors in a moment. I've been reaching for this. This pretty much now just lives in my travel makeup bag. And with that segue, let's talk about my travel makeup bag. This is my travel makeup bag. I mean, it can absolutely be used as an everyday makeup bag. I believe this is the medium size. Comes in lots of colors on the outside and the inside. But I need to point out that this was gifted to me by an actual beauty brand, BK Beauty to be exact. And if someone who owns a beauty company is handing these out, you know it is good. I love the size of it. It fits everything I need and more. I personally like that it is not a hard case. I don't need the extra protection that a hard case would give because I don't pack my makeup ever. It goes on my carry-on. And I like that it's kind of moldable so I can get it to kind of fit into the compartment wherever I happen to be squishing it. It's also machine washable. I like that it fully opens on each side. And so when you're sitting with it fully open, it still has enough of a lip so that your stuff isn't going to fall out. Has a zipper on one side and mesh pockets on the other. So this is fantastic. It also makes for a fantastic gift. And then for my makeup brushes, I haven't talked about this one in a while. This little guy is from Amazon, very inexpensive, comes again in a lot of colors. And what I love about this is that once you unzip it, you just fold it down like that, and then it sets upright on any kind of bathroom counter or dresser wherever you happen to be traveling. So you've got your makeup cup ready to go, and then everything is nicely stored. And I've seen some of these travel brush holders with the mesh sides. I don't think that's a good idea because whatever's on your makeup brushes is gonna sift through that mesh and mess up whatever else is in your bag. So I like this fully closed one. Here's a little tip if you're wondering what to do with all those perfume samples that you have. I got these little travel atomizers. This one I particularly like because it doesn't have a top. You just twist it. Which way is up? Let's do this again. You twist it up and there's the spray. You can pull the bottom off, and then inside you can see is this vial that you can fill up. So what I did with this is that I have several perfume samples of my favorite perfume of all time. It's from Hermes and it's called Amber Narguilé, and I had probably like 4 or 5 good sized vials of it, and so I just decanted it into here. So yes, obviously it's great for travel. It's not gonna spill, the lid's not gonna fall off, but if you happen to gather a whole bunch of your one perfume that you really love, you can put all the samples inside one of these guys and actually make it a little easier to use. This double-sided bag is something I just keep packed. It's like my go bag for shower, bath, hair type stuff. I keep all my skincare toiletries separate. We'll talk about that next. But this little clear-sided, double-sided bag is advertised for makeup, which of course you can do whatever you want. But I love that it just neatly holds all the things. And for the sake of time, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but on one side, I have my shower cap, the smaller travel size of the Kiehl's moisturizer, and this one is absolutely a must. This is a small travel size of the Shavestix shaving cream, except it's a solid bar. It looks like a deodorant. I have the full-size one in my shower at all times. My husband and both of my sons also have the full-size one, I think in the barbershop scent. Nobody uses shaving cream in my family anymore. We all love the Shavestix. It is so travel friendly because it's a solid, especially if you're the carry-on kind of only girl. And I do have a discount code. I'll put it on here and put it down in the description box. So since we're talking about toiletries now, gotta talk about this again. This is from the brand Bag Smart on Amazon. Mine is dirty, which is fine because I can throw this in the wash, and I probably will before my next trip. I keep this somewhat packed. This is a hanging toiletry bag. It comes in the medium size, which is right here. I used to use the large size, and I am a maximalist packer. I feel like you should win awards for how much stuff you can actually pack in and how many bags you can get away with checking. That is my theory on traveling. Minimalist is not my thing. But even for me, I think the medium is more than sufficient, and because it's a tighter fit, your stuff isn't wobbling around as much. So what I love is on the outside, I personally keep one of the spa headbands that I actually got on Amazon. This is not sponsored in any way, but Amazon's kind of my go-to for most travel things. I have one of my hair scrunchies in here for when I'm washing up. And then inside, I do have a lot of travel size items or favorite skincare, so much so that I bought doubles of them. I'm not gonna go through this whole thing, but like the travel size of the Colleen Rothschild hair serum is a must. And speaking of Colleen Rothschild, I also have the travel size of her Radiant Cleansing Balm, hands down the best balm cleanser on the market. And then I've taken a few of her other products like her Micro Mineral Soothing Toner and decanted it into these Airless pumps, which are a must for travel. I do have it packed with quite a few things. I decided to buy a new travel makeup mirror for 2 reasons. 1, I loaned my original one out and I can't remember who I gave it to and I can't find it. And 2, I wanted one with a stronger magnifying mirror because eye problems. This little guy I love because it's a little bit smaller. It's even more compact. It doesn't require a separate case. Everything just is like this. And this was the deal winner, not breaker for me. Of all the other options on Amazon that I was looking, the magnifying mirror was separate. You had to put it somewhere else. This one goes right into the back, and when you open this guy up, you get the idea. I can't face it direct. Whoop. So there's a light here that gets darker or dimmer, I should say, or brighter, and then also you can cycle through warm. You can also hold your finger down and make it dimmer or brighter. And the magnifying mirror just attaches like so, magnetically. So it's just a little more user-friendly, and then it has the easel basically, so you can adjust this. It's very stiff. It's not going to flop over, and get the exact angle that you want for putting on your makeup or tweezing your facial hair that you've discovered you now have since you've hit menopause. I have mentioned I am a little bit extra and a maximalist packer. I do pack my Dyson Airwrap with me. I bring the Airwrap, I bring the attachment to just blow everything dry, and then I bring the brush attachment. And you can buy a travel case for your Airwrap. I've already spent enough on the Airwrap. So what I did, I don't love packing cubes. I'm a flat packer. I will link to my friend's Instagram highlights. Her name is Alicia Wood, and she is the most genius packer on the planet. She's who taught me how to pack, so I'll put that down in the description box. If you haven't watched that, how she packs, it's like ASMR. It is the most soothing, relaxing thing, and also inspiring. I mean, this woman went on like a 2-week safari with carry-on, and she looked glamorous throughout, so very inspiring. So I'm not a packing cubes fan anymore, but it does serve its purpose occasionally. I like the kind that have sort of the compression on the sides, this longer version. This is what I use to pack my air wrap and the attachments. So I will link to the set that this came with, and it's from the brand Bag Smart, same company that makes my toiletry bag, and also the same company that makes my new travel jewelry case. So I've had a bigger one that's like a binder. I've had the traditional square leather box that you zip. It doesn't fit all the things. I love that this is flat and compact, and it comes in colors other than pink, but I went with pink. And once you open it, this is the smaller one. There is a bigger one. There's zipper pockets, there's ring rolls, there's places to put lots of like bigger, chunkier things. There's a big see-through pocket here. There's for necklaces and more pockets and things here. Everything you're pretty much gonna need, I think, even for me who likes to overpack. All the jewelry that I need. Now this, because it is jewelry, and I generally wear more expensive jewelry, like, aren't these cute? These are new from Dean Davidson. I don't want them getting lost. So this is gonna go in my carry-on bag as well. So I appreciate that it's nice and compact and tidy. Since we're on the subject of carry-ons, I'll leave the specific bags to the end of this video, but some of the other things that are absolutely in my carry-on, other than the obvious like my wallet, a smaller purse, etc., my medicine. So as we get older, I don't know about y'all, but I have added to my list of things. I take medicine in the morning, I take medicine in the evening, there's all the things. I have tried a few travel pill containers. This one I really like. It latches on the side, so it's not going to accidentally pop open in your bag. The reason I like this one is for those of us who need things neatly sorted out or will forget, did I take it that morning or not? Like I've seen the kind that just have like 4 big compartments and you put, you know, all of your like for me, I take thyroid medication every morning. So all your whole week's worth of thyroid pills in one container and all of your, say, progesterone in another one. Well, I can't remember if I took it that morning or not, so I need the individual days. So this one comes with little labels, and so on one side I have the morning, and the other side I have the evening, and it's neatly labeled, and everyone gets their own little container. So I like this. I will admit, when we do fly, more often than not, it's on Southwest Airlines, and we love Southwest for a lot of reasons, but one thing I don't love about them is I've heard they've upgraded a few of the planes, but none of the planes I have flown on from Southwest have any kind of power outlet or ability to charge your devices on the plane. So I always have a couple of options. The easiest one, which is also good if you're doing something that requires a lot of sightseeing and you're gonna be on your phone a lot during the day, is this little guy, because you just pop this cap off and it plugs into the bottom of your phone, and then, oh look, you guys are commenting, thank you. Pops into the bottom of your phone so you can still talk and use your phone or film with it while it is charging. So that is super handy. And it also has a little LED screen or LCD screen that shows you how much battery you have left. And then for the big stuff, this one's my favorite. This is a power bank, and it has quite a few actual cords tucked into the sides of different sizes. So the micro USB, USB-Cs, lightning, and then to charge it, you just flip the little prongs out and you just pop it into a wall to charge it. So you don't need an additional cord to charge this guy, and it lasts a long time. So between these two, I am set. And I usually keep them in some sort of pouch. I keep all my little random PR pouches that I get or from gifts. And this one is a little extra padded. So this one is good for my chargers. And if I can find this exact one, I will link it because I think it is a super cute little pouch. Another item that always goes in my carry-on is my iPad. I cannot live without this. This is basically what I use to read. I have the Kindle app on here. I can still get my mail on here. There's some games I play religiously, but it needs a travel case. And I love this one because it's not the kind that magnetically closes. It closes with an elastic band, so it's not going to accidentally flip open in your bag. And also it has the kind of easel options. There's quite a few different ones like that. And I have a newer, this is a mini iPad. It has a place where you can pop the pencil in and it charges it while it's sitting in there. So I love this. It does come in colors other than lavender, if this one is not your thing. We're still talking about what's in my carry-on. Obviously my phone. Now, one of the hazards of my job is I'm always taking selfies. Most people are not doing that, but maybe when you're on vacation you are, because you want to document your trip. So I just have a very basic MagSafe clear phone case, but I got this little MagSafe accessory. I've shared it before. This is great, especially if you're new to taking selfies. It's got the little loop here, which also, it's strong. So I carry this a lot. You know, if my hands are full, I can loop my finger through there. But it's also fantastic for taking the selfie. But also what's fantastic is it has the kickstand or easel. So you can sit this down on your tray table or wherever you are if you have Wi-Fi on your flight, but you can watch movies, whatever, read on this if you have excellent eyesight. So it's a handy little, not travel specific, but probably for many of you who are not narcissists, you're gonna need this on a vacation, not so much your everyday life. Now, like I mentioned, we mostly fly Southwest, but this problem isn't just with Southwest. Southwest definitely does not have the TV screens or the screens on the back of the seats for you to enjoy. I recently flew first class on American. They did not have screens in first class. I mean, I sound a little bit spoiled, but I don't frequently fly first class, like twice. I've flown first class twice, and that would be something I imagine that you would experience flying first class. Apparently not an American. So you might want to watch a movie hands-free, and you might not want to have it on your tray table. And Lori from Traveling Tips by Lori, I believe, she's amazing. She's a genuinely amazing human. I haven't met her yet in real life, but we've talked a lot via Instagram. She recommended this little guy that I can't demonstrate, but it's this little fold-up thing. It lives in my carry-on bag, and it allows you to attach your phone to the back of your tray table while it's upright, so that you have hands-free, you can watch movies or whatever it is you want to do on your screen. So I got two of these, one for me and one for my husband, and it rotates and does a lot of cool things. So this is a handy little gadget to have if you like watching things on your flight. Now we're just in the completely random section. I don't even know what to call this stuff, but obviously we're bringing gadgets, we're bringing devices. One thing I didn't bring with me, it's sitting in my nightstand. If you know that you're going somewhere, you're gonna be sitting outside to read, like poolside, beachside. I'm gonna be going to Vermont and sitting by a lake and reading soon. I love this guy, my iPad, but it doesn't work quite well in sunlight. So I have always ready to go for a trip is my Kindle Paperwhite, because it is meant to look like actual paper so that I can read it in bright sunlight. And I recently splurged on the water resistant version. So if I do want to read it at the pool or in the pool, at the beach, I'm not quite as concerned about, anything bad happening to it. Now, you're gonna need a lot of cords for all these devices, so I have a few things I wanted to share. This guy, maybe not a link to this one specifically, but this one's pretty handy. So on one end, you've got the USB part that charges into some sort of power source. And then on this side, you have your extendable, in this case, USB-C one, and then they retract. So it's nice and packable. But if you have a multitude of devices with different charging requirements, maybe it's a lightning cord, maybe this one needs a USB-C, maybe this one needs a micro. I do also have this version with 3 different heads at the end. So it's all the things you need in one. And I do like that it's retractable. And it fully extends this one to 3 feet. But maybe you're like me and you also just like having a whole bunch of cords. So I have what I call my cord go bag ready to go. And that's what I wanted to talk about. I've been recommending these mesh bags for a few years now. I just placed another order for some more. I use them in the house. I use them mostly for travel. And the pack comes with a bunch of different sizes. But I always have one of these bags ready to go with all the cords that go with all the things that I regularly bring with me. iPad, phone, makeup mirror, whatever it is I'm charging up, it's all in here. What else is in here is I always have one of these, used to go into what we call a cigarette lighter in a car charger, because not every rental car is going to have the USB ports. Most of them do, but just in case, I have one of these. I also have a couple of options. I like to have my phone on a stand, charging by the nightstand. It's like my alarm clock. So I have this fold-up easel type guy. That's one option, and it does a lot, and it's pretty big. It can also easily hold an iPad. But then the one that I've been liking more lately is this little guy. It's just compact enough. It's all I really need. And again, it's adjustable, so you can have it however you want, whatever angle you want to use for your viewing pleasure. And it has rubber on the bottom here, so it's not going to slide across your nightstand. But I have these in a variety of sizes. This is the one that always lives in the purse that I carry. It has a lot of random things that we think we need in our purses and never reach for. I wear Invisalign trays, so I have all of my Invisalign stuff in here. It can just be easily put from bag to bag. And then this one, I got this one in PR. They actually monogrammed it. So this would make a great gift idea. Just buy the pouches and then you can just get the like stick-on letters and personalize it. In this bag, I keep my travel hangers. As I may have mentioned, I like to pack as much stuff as I possibly can, which means the hotel or the guest room where I'm staying is never gonna have enough hangers for me, which is why I love these hangers. They unfold, voila! They can hold a lot, and if you're traveling with children, you only unfold it once, and now you can use it on kids' clothes as well. And you may be asking, but what about pants and skirts? Oh, I've got you. These are not specific to travel, but they're flat and they fit in here, and I just buy, I think it's a box of 50 or 100. I hang these up in my closet at home too, but I always have extra for travel, and they go in this size mesh bag. Since we're on the subject of clothes, I think I've recommended this in almost every other video I've made lately, but again, I'm calling it my foldable steamer because I use this at home as well. This guy is great because 1, it works fabulously. 2, it folds up very nicely for travel. And then boom, you're ready to go. Now, obviously make sure the water is not in the tank when you pack it, but this thing is fantastic. You do not have to use distilled water in this. Just know that you will get hard water buildup. All you need to do is soak the top of it, not plugged in a little bowl of white vinegar overnight and rinse it off, and it works again like a charm. I just did that myself. Now, I want to move on to the actual suitcases and carry-on bags, but before I do, I want to mention my luggage tags. I have given great thought to what kind of luggage bag I wanted to recommend and buy for myself, and the reason I like this one, you don't have to buy it in pink. There are other options, is because it attaches with, it's like a wire. You know, the wire that you can't just easily cut with a scissors or something. You're gonna need like a wire cutter to open this, or you have to twist this little clasp. So no one's gonna rip this off your bag like a paper tag that you get when you check in, or even the fancy kind that have the leather buckle. Those are easy to pull off. This one, you have to put in some effort. And the other reason I like this is because you do have to take it apart to enter your information, but you also have to make some effort to read it. Like you have to pull it away. This one is blank. When it's going around the conveyor belt, the whole world doesn't see your home address displayed. Like someone's gotta actually take the time to go and look. I think this one is superior to all the other luggage tags out there. And I really think it's worth buying some luggage tags and filling them out than depending on those flimsy little paper ones that the airlines give you, because those things get lost all the time. I will admit my go-to retailer for carry-on bags, travel bags is MZ Wallace. These are expensive, these are a splurge. If you are a frequent traveler, they are most definitely worth it. These are so lightweight, it's like air. Now this exact one is no longer available. There's a newer version, so I'll link to the most recent version. I like this size because it's small enough to use as a tote bag when I get to my destination. This is what I used when we recently went to Chicago, and inside it, I tucked a smaller handbag that I was going to use on the daily when I got to my location. What I love about this one, and I have to say Quince, who I just mentioned earlier, they make the Cashmere silk blend. They make some amazing products. They make a very similar option to this MZ Wallace bag and another one I'm about to show you, and they are a lot less expensive, and they have all the same features. I just haven't ordered one yet to compare, but some of the things I like is that it has this big pocket on the back. It's the whole back side, but it has a zipper on the bottom, so it turns into a luggage sleeve, so you can put it on your roller bag. The other one that I also very much love and have returned to using again is the backpack. It also has the luggage sleeve. It has a pretty decent handle on the top, and I recently tested it out. It does hold a 16-inch laptop in this padded area back here. So I think these are fantastic. And then as far as suitcases go, I've been recommending the Amazon brand hard-sided luggage for years, and I love them. And I still stand by that recommendation, but I have recently purchased the Quince hard-sided luggage. I have the large, the medium, and I have the carry-on roller version that has the front flap. And I love the front flap one if I'm bringing my laptop with me, because I can slide that right in the front. I can slide everything I need to go right through TSA with that guy. I can rest my other carry-on bag, like my tote or the backpack, on top of it and go through my merry way. And I did want to point out what my husband uses, and apparently he still keeps this packed, because this is, I don't think he unpacked this. This is his newest giant backpack. If you're familiar with the Calpac backpack, this is I would say, more manly version of it. And he has been he only packs carry-on. I don't even know, men, whatever. Okay, so he swears by this. It looks very professional. If you are traveling for work, I think this is fantastic. It's sort of a hybrid backpack suitcase all in one. It does have the luggage sleeve on the back as well. It's fantastic. But then the suitcase he swears by, he used to travel for work over 40 weeks a year. He would be on the road, and I will show you it over here. It's a hard-sided suitcase by Samsonite, and he literally traveled over 1 million miles dragging that thing behind him, and he still is using it. And we just bought another one for our kids who are traveling for work, and one of them just went on a week-long business trip. He needed suits. He needed stuff to be outdoors doing some outdoorsy things. Like, just, it wasn't a light packing trip. And he packed everything he needed for the full week in that suitcase. It is amazing. I might convert to it. We will see. But since I'm not a carry-on only kind of girl, I haven't felt the need to see how much stuff I could squeeze into one little bag. But apparently you can squeeze everything in the world in that thing. I did forget to mention, and if you're still here, thank you for still watching this video. I forgot to mention one more cord. I'll pop in a picture here. When you get to your hotel, even the newer ones very often do not have enough outlets or not one conveniently placed to where you would like to charge all of your devices. If you're like me, you have at least 2. And so I really like this one because it is also cruise ship approved, and it comes in different lengths. So there's a 5-foot length, I think a 15-foot length, which is what I have, and then there's a 25-foot length. I don't know where you're staying, what size room you're in, that you need a 25-foot long extension cord, but it has several regular outlets. It has the USB and USB-C ports. I don't know what you call those. It is quite convenient, and I cannot recommend it enough. It is one of my most gifted items. We usually give that and this steamer to our friends' kids who are graduating from high school and they need a college graduation gift. Those make excellent gifts. With all of that, if you have any fall travel planned, I think you are set. But if I've forgotten something or if you have a question about anything, please do not hesitate to ask. Hope you had fun with me. I cannot wait to share some of our upcoming travels with you. So if you want to see those, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for hanging out. I hope that you had fun, and I'll see you, hopefully I'll be able to see you in the next one.